know what? I used to think that I was from Kent, because every time somebody walked past me, they always used to whisper it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the video. That was quite a good joke, wasn't it? Welcome, and this is going to be a very special video. Can you guess what it is? Probably, because it's in the title of the video itself, isn't it? You cheeky monkeys. I don't know what I was going to call you then. Spunkies or something. Anyway, nice to see you. Nice, Bruce Forsyth there. Was it Bruce Forsyth or was it Barrymore? No, it's Bruce Forsyth. Shut your face. Right. 10 games here, and these are the 10 best soundtracks in a game ever. I became more powerful. Did you see as I said the words, more power came to me? Not came in that way. I need to stop talking about willies. Somebody said stop talking about willies. No more willies. Just fannies. Okay? I'm itching because I put my t-shirt on. I've left my tag on. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? It's alright. I'm alright. I shouldn't do that voice. I'll get in trouble. Anyway, this is the video. So yeah, we're going to do the top 10 soundtracks. Is that okay? Is that alright? Is that good enough for you? Fucking hell, I've only been away for a day. God, leave me alone. Mate, did you shit in my toilet the other day? Did you do an upper decker? Did you shit in the top bit? And when I flushed it, bits of shit came down. What are you doing? You're a grown man. Get a job. If you don't have a job, I do apologise. I didn't mean you personally. Goodbye. Anyway, 10 of the best soundtracks. Are you ready? You're ready for this? As they would say in that song from the 90s, I can't remember the name of. First one is Far Cry 5. This is number 10. Number 10. I'm going to put a little 10 there. Now, this might be controversial. People might go, but I genuinely thought this soundtrack was very good. And the reason why was because it actually was 4 completely separate CDs when it was released. There was the game music, which was kind of the ambience and the sound, and it had this really beautiful eclectic noise when you were running through the forests of Montana. It had the choir music, so it actually had a Hope County choir which sang the what do they call Eden's Gate hymns, which were really good because they were all about like Joseph's seed and, you know, the second coming and all that kind of stuff. And then you had some beautiful banjo and mandolin music that played, which just created such an atmosphere. This was a really, really good soundtrack. And when I play Far Cry 6, which I just tried, I miss this game. I used to love number 3, and now I've played this. I just miss this game. Whenever I play a Far Cry, I just want to come back here. I like Hope County. Even if it was mean and horrible and a bit evil, it was just wonderful. There was something beautiful about it. And I just genuinely think they hit the nail on the head. But the song is beautiful. The music itself is perfect. Obviously, I'll play a few sounds over me talking so you can hear it, but yeah, very, very good and wonderful soundtrack for this game. Number 10. Shut your faces. It's my countdown. Don't go pointing your finger at me. I just pointed my finger at you. We point our fingers together and have a little sword fight in the middle, like that scene from Friends that was funny. What was it with Ross and David? Ooh, I don't know what I'm doing there. Fingering Phoebe. The arse. Right, there we go. I think it was over Phoebe, wasn't it? Yeah, that was them. Super Mario 3 is possibly the most iconic soundtrack in the 8-bit era. Oh, 6-bit? What the fuck was that? Tiger Watch. And yeah, this is one of the best soundtracks in my opinion for this era. Mega Man was a really, really strong second, but I really enjoyed this one. So Super Mario Bros. 3, what happened was the first game came out, the second game came out, and when they wanted to make number 3, it was super ambitious, and it was ambitious from the level design, it was ambitious from the character design, and it was also ambitious from the music. And the guy who made the first one made the third one, and this is probably one of the most perfect soundtracks. Every single world is refined here. You know, the giant world, the ice world, the water world, and obviously the very beginning. Yeah, it's really good. One of the best soundtracks in my opinion. Lovely. Here's one. Today I was talking to my wife and we were talking about school. You immediately know what's coming. And I remember there was a guy, we were in RE and we were talking about, God and all that shit. And we were talking about an afterlife. And the teacher said, well, how would you want to die? And we all said, well, peacefully in our sleep would be good, not fucking in agony being eaten by a shark or something like that. And this one guy was my friend who we disowned. He said, and this was year 10, so he was what, about 15? 17, 15, and he said, he said he wanted to die in his mother's arms. We fucking ruined that guy's life. He had 2 more years with us. Fucking die in his mother's arms. What a twat. We met his mum. She stank. Fuck me. She just hugged you. Fucking disgusting. She smelled of fish. Like scampi fries. Oh man, it was horrible. I think it was a minge. See, we're bringing the fannies in. We got rid of the willies. Fannies are the future. There you go. There's a t-shirt for you. Fannies of the future. I just tell you stories, don't I? I just tell you stories, and there's no. I don't give a shit. I mean, if you take offense, I had somebody the other day, and they went, "I take offense to what you said." I don't care. Fuck off, then. Seriously, I don't give a fuck. This is a comedy. It's a joke. It's a laugh. If if you find it funny, happy days. If you don't find it funny, fuck off. You know what I mean? Go and watch. I don't know, some fucking bullshit from China where they're bending over and slapping a girl up the arse. That's funny, apparently. Fucking millions of you like that. Fuck off. Anyway, bye everybody. Final Fantasy VII. So this is 7th in the queue. No, it's not. 8th. I lost. I can't count. I can count. All right. I'm from the Midlands, so I can count at least to 30 because I use me hands and me feet. Do you get it? There you go. That's where I live. I live in Birmingham. There you go. 5 million people, 3 surnames. Work it out. Do you know what? Where I live, right? I live in in the Midlands. They were quite upset where I live because they found out that Ethiopia were having a rock concert for them. There you go. That's that's how'd you get a girl from Birmingham pregnant? Spunk in the gutter and let the flies do the rest. Final Fantasy VII. Local people. I'm dead. I couldn't give a shit. Final Fantasy VII. I fucking hate. Final Fantasy VII is. Please don't. I'm only joking. I don't really. I've lived here. I love Birmingham. I've got family from here. Please don't kill me. Oh, I got something in my teeth. There you go. A bit of pizza. Lovely. Don't you just love that? It's like extra meal. Final Fantasy VII is probably one of the best for these soundtracks. One of the most memorable. And I'm really going on the idea that a soundtrack has to be totally differentiated from anything else. So when you listen to it, you are taken out of normality and taken to that world. And Final Fantasy VII does this. It does it from the very beginning when you're in Midgar all the way through to when you're fighting with Sephiroth at the end. It is perfect from start to finish. The music is amazing. There's haunting tunes, there's beautiful tunes, and there's just downright just badass tunes. The boss music's amazing, the fight music's great. Everything is iconic with this particular game, and Final Fantasy has a tendency to really hit the nail on the head when it comes to the music, but Final Fantasy VII really did do it for me. There's probably a little bit of nostalgia involved. You guys might say 8's better. You might say 10's better. 10 had a really good soundtrack. But I do find that Final Fantasy VII just really nailed it. The music was beautiful. Yeah, it was a really good soundtrack. And it introduced the game perfectly when you entered each area. Lovely. Now, this is a game that I don't know if you guys have played this one, but I am going to bring this into here because it is a good game, and I put it on the PSP, the PS Vita, just a bit of variety. All right, Minecraft. Now, you might be going, oh, for fuck's sake, Phil. No, seriously, Minecraft. So my biggest love on this game is how small it is. It's so small, the PS Vita. Everything's mini. Everything's lovely. I always love these cases. PSPs were long, but these are just little tiny cases. I don't know why I did that noise to you. That was weird. I was remembering the other day, when I worked in a particular place, I had a group of guys. I think I told you about the ghost story when we went next door. Well, one day we were having some fun, and it was a home, like a sort of a soft furnishings and homewares shop, and I ran it. It was it was my store, and I had an entourage of guys. They were my guys, and we used to play a game called. It was called Sugar Bowl Roulette. Sugar Bowl Roulette. And what it was basically we would get 10 sugar bowls. So the little sugar bowl with a lid on top. Had to have a little lid with that rubber thing around it. Okay. And what I would do, I would fart into one of them. Okay. And fucking hell. I would fart into one of them. And the game, and this is a game you can play at home. This is a game you can play at home. It was really bad as well, especially on a Friday afternoon because we'd have chippy and the bad chip it was bad food. It was bad. It was bad food. There was a line of salt around the outside of the shop. It was bad. You couldn't. It was demons in there, ghosts or something. It's bad. And I went in anyway. So like Stephen Toast then. Ah, Stephen Toast, yes. My voice is really going. It's bad. And I will have no voice by tomorrow. I farted in a sugar bowl. And then what they had to do was 10 sugar bowls, and they would have to grab a sugar bowl and go like that really fast. Okay. And trust me, you couldn't pretend. I remember the one day, one of the guys kind of picked the sugar bowl up and went, and just threw up everywhere, threw up all over the floor, and I suspended him without pay. Come on, I mean, it's what are you doing? It's immature, sick all over the. Unbelievable. Minecraft, yeah, Minecraft has a fantastic soundtrack. I do a lot of building on Minecraft. It's one of my favorite things, and I must admit, there's something quite calming about it. It's almost therapeutic, but I do find the music is absolutely just so wonderful. If you are kind of just in the moment, building something wonderful, building a home or building a big mansion or so a little bit of Whitney Pops there for you, and pepperoni pizza with a cheesy stuffed crust. Dirty boy. It's wonderful. You won't get any atmospheric music with me, would you? Talking like but yeah, so it's great, really good game, and that's why it's 7th. Yeah, 7th. Yeah. Because I really like the soundtrack. You may disagree, but I found Minecraft to be one of the best soundtracks. The Last of Us. I think soundtracks are so much better when they tell a story, and The Last of Us soundtrack tells the story. This is a truly exceptional game. This is the reason people wanted a PlayStation 3, even though it was at the end of its life. It was at the end of the PlayStation 3's life. This is perfect, and the soundtrack is perfect as well. There's moments where there is no soundtrack. There is moments where it is silent, and that is exactly what you want. It is perfect. There is not much more to really say. The TV show was very good, but it had such a wonderful story to base itself on. The game is perfect. The combat is terrifying. The atmosphere is wonderful, and the music plays such a big part in that. And that is why it's not just one of my favorite soundtracks, but also one of my favorite games. I rate this very highly, and it sits pride of place in my PlayStation 3 collection. Yeah, I was always sad that I was late to the party with this, but I wasn't late after. I got it in the end, and I played it, and it's a really good game. And yeah, There you go. One of the best soundtracks. Do you agree or do you disagree? You can't say right now. I'm still going. This is a bit of a double whammy just because they're both very good. The Fallout library, the Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. I initially picked Fallout 3, but Fallout 4 is as good. Also, New Vegas has some great tunes. But there's a wonderful line with this set of games. So I've got an itchy face. Yeah, there's a wonderful line with these games where I don't know if you've ever done it, where you've had the radio playing and it's playing some wonderful 1920s or 1930s ink spots, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, I better turn that off because I'm inside a building, you know, a police department filled with super mutants. And as you turn it off, this scary kind of dark eclectic music kind of crawls in, and there's this weird sensation that you are completely alone. And it's that feeling, have you ever had it when you're at home and you watch a scary movie, the TV's still running and it's time for bed, and you turn the TV off and then you're very, very, very aware that it's quiet. This game really delivers that sense of atmosphere when you're out in the wasteland as well. It happens. You turn that radio off and it just carries across. And the music was a brave choice back when games were kind of releasing a lot of games with a lot of very high octane music, because the action in this is very fast paced, and to use really old music in it is wonderful. It's really good, and yeah, I enjoy it. It's really good. It's definitely got that vibe, and it creates an environment where you go, this is really good. I like this. You know, it creeps me out, but also makes me happy at the same time. There's something quite wonderful about listening to Three Dog on in number 3, and he's kind of like calling you out about, you know, super mutants and all kinds of things, and then he'll play a little bit of whatever, you know. But yeah, it's very good, and it's one of my favorite game franchises, just because of how vast it is. It's wonderful. Also, why do women sing? Why is it that they sing in a way? My mum, right? My mum's quite old now. I don't mean that in a horrible way, but when I was a kid, right, she had me when I was old. You know, she was older when she had me, and she's singing that horrible Vera Lynn way. What the fuck is that from the 40s? Like, what the fuck is that? Singing in Asda. It's like, for fuck's sake, mum, you know, my friends. Oh, I'm just trying to walk around, you know, I'm trying to buy the latest Steps album. And she's just going, because Vera Lynn's come on the fucking radio or something. It's like, mum, for God's sake. You know, God, Jesus Christ. Or waltzing with my dad in the bread aisle. What the fuck is wrong with people? I don't do that. I picked my daughter up today. I was listening to Linkin Park. Hello, morning. That's how cool I am as a dad. And she was just going, oh, for folks' sake, you know. They're cool. They're still cool, aren't they? I don't know. Who fucking knows anymore? I don't care. This one is a personal favourite of mine. You may disagree, but I think it's probably one of the best in this particular franchise. And it's my favourite franchise, so if I can sneak it in, I will. So fuck off. Resident Evil 2. The original one. I didn't really like the remixes in the newer one. It didn't quite give me the same vibe, but this is a really, really good version. Resident Evil 2, the PlayStation 1 version, 1998. God, the music's good in this. The save theme is perfect. It's bang on point. The library music, the police department music, everything just sounds so good. And it seems, you know, there's bits where it sounds claustrophobic when you go into the basement of the police station. It's very claustrophobic, kind of kind of noises. And you go into upstairs into the library, and it's got that kind of tickingness about it. It's just every single sound just plays, and it's such a fantastic soundtrack to a game. And I genuinely think, even though the graphics in this are massively outdated now compared to, you know, what they're producing, but this is still such a wonderful game, and that soundtrack is still so perfect. You could drop that into a latest game release. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. It's good. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good. So good stuff. Yeah. GTA San Andreas is probably one of the best of all the GTAs, and some people are going to say Vice City, but I really liked San Andreas's radio, and the reason why was because it had such a fantastic collection of very 90s music. It had some great rock. It had all kinds of stuff going on. He had like Stone Temple Pilots, and it had Soundgarden, and it had there's loads of stuff in there. It was a really good jukebox. And yeah, GTA, it's just a really good radio collection. Plus also, I thought that the speaking, is it WC radio or something? And it's just talking. It's just talking all throughout. Even that's funny. I'd listen to that for hours. It's just hilarious. But this is one of the best soundtracks in a GTA game. And you call me a liar then. Go on, I dare you. No, some people think Vice City is much better. Some people think number 3 is better. I don't think number 5 quite hit the mark, although it wasn't too bad. It had some pretty decent tunes in, but they're a little bit too modern. I liked going back a bit, and this is just a great game, isn't it? I think this is genuinely one of the best, isn't it? Isn't it? I really like this one. So yeah, GTA San Andreas. Happy days. Thumbs up. Not up the bum. Or it might be up the bum. Now this one I don't have a copy of. I have it on digital. All right, calm down. Guys, come on. Booing me, for fuck's sake. But it is Dark Souls 3. And the reason why is because I genuinely believe the music is absolutely perfect. Number 1 and number 2 were good, but number 3 really gives the idea of a dying world, which is exactly what is happening. The world that you inhabit is it is finishing, and you need to try and rekindle the embers. The Firelink Shrine music is incredible. Some of the boss music is absolutely spot on, and it is an absolutely incredible soundtrack. I think it is probably one of the best. I think not many people are going to disagree with that. Some people, I don't think you'll say another one's better. I think Bloodborne had a good soundtrack to it, but number 3 just felt so atmospheric. It was quite sad, quite melancholy, but I think it carried with the game. You know, there was an urgency to number 3, whereas 1 and 2 was more a plot around that world. Number 3 was, you know, it was the end. It was the end of everything if we didn't succeed. And yeah, I think it was spot on. It was a good soundtrack. All right, calm down. Last on my list is Silent Hill 2. When we talk about beautiful, wonderful, thick soundtracks, and I say that with 2 C's, what the kids say, yeah, like a big thick ass, or something. I ask a question. Birds and the Bees. Birds and the Bees. Why do people say the birds and the bees? Like, I thought to myself, maybe they say it because, like, it's kind of like trying to avoid that awkward conversation about talking about putting your penis up, you know, oh, I put my penis up your mum. The idea, so I put my penis up your mum, which is what you shout across the street at someone. Blood rainbow. Is what we shouted at school. But it's a way. Maybe that was kind of like avoiding that. But so I understand. So bird, you'd be like, oh, well, when a mummy bird meets a daddy bird, it has a little nest, and he lays an egg, and you have a baby, you know, and that's a nice, easy way. But the bees, I don't know if you know how bees produce. Basically, they all get in a line, and they all chuck one up the queen until one of them, and then she has loads of babies. So yeah, that's if they are swingers. I think they'd be bees. It's like, yeah, I took your mom down fucking down the park the other night with flashing their headlights. She's got fucking filled up. Jesus Christ, she couldn't even walk upright. We had to slide her back into the back seat. She was full up. Spunk there. We tried to get through the video without a spunky thing, didn't we? The last one is Silent Hill 2. Yes, in terms of the soundtrack, I think it is probably one of the best. what particularly makes this the best out of all of them is that it does everything they do, but 10 times better. Silent Hill has a habit of really. Is it on still? Willis! That was a very loud Willis. It was kind of an urgent Willis, wasn't it? Actually, I think that was what he meant. I've just realised when he said less of the Willies. I don't think he wanted me to say Willies into the mic anymore. I do apologise for saying Willies. I just did it. I ruined it. Oh well. So yeah, Silent Hill 2 is does everything better. It just does it all better. I love the radio noise that kicks in when something's close by. Sound plays a huge part in this game, whereas in the others it's a soundtrack that runs along it. It's so integral to Silent Hill. And number 3 is just the same. Silent Hill 3 music is just the same, but Silent Hill 2 it just cleans. Number 2 and number 3 and number 1 are genuinely 3 of the greatest games ever made. Windy Pops for you and all that you do. I shouldn't. Oh, that actually made sound. That was disgusting. Good. Oh, you lucky boy. Unbelievable. And to think you were looking forward to this video, and I gave you 2 in one night. Dirty bastard. Hey, fucking hell. Imagine that. You take a bird home, you go, I'm going to give you a good scene. So 5 seconds, and then you're just done. That's enough, really, isn't it? Just apologising after that. I'm sorry. It's all the nerves. I don't know. It's like thumbing an earthworm into a keyhole. It'll go in, I promise. Fucking hell. Silent Hill. How'd you go from that to Silent Hill 2? Yes, very good game. Very wonderful. And there you go. That's all 10. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what that was. One of the aliens from Sesame Street. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me on this video. I hope you've had a wonderful couple of days. I am sorry I didn't upload last night. I came home from work about 9 o'clock, had my tea. It was about 9:30, and I'm not going to lie to you, I fell asleep, sat up. I was that tired. I was exhausted. So yeah, I'm quite happy to finish tonight and just kind of mellow out. And I'm done now. I'm going to do the editing, and then I'm going to sit and watch some telly or something. I don't know. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining me on this video. As always, leave a like, which was, I don't know, it's Kenyan, I think. I'm not sure. But it was very, oof, I said some wonderfully erotic things about your mother. You know, not really, I didn't. I don't know, I can't speak Kenyan. I did cooking. In fact, here's one I forgot to say. I'll tell you this quick story really quick. So you do like domestic science, you have to do like woodwork and then you do cooking, and then I did textiles, and I didn't want to do textiles. And the teacher said, you got to make a tie. You got to make a tie. And so I made a tie, and it was a Sonic tie. I was in year 9, so I was about 13, 14. Made a Sonic tie. And like you have to kind of finish. I didn't. I just cut the basic rough shape of a tie out. It was all threadbare, and drew a fucking crude Sonic on the front, thinking I was clever. And the teacher said, "That's lovely. That's really good." And I said, "Is it really?" And she said, "Yeah, it's really good. You'll be wearing it at the at the parents' open evening this week." And I went, "What?" And she went, "Yeah, you'll wear it." It was fucking shit. It was a piece of fabric that I'd cut into the shape of a tie, and I had to wear it to speak to new parents. And they were coming in, and going, "Are you all right?" He's like, "Yeah, I made a tie. Didn't I?" I was embarrassed to fuck. I think it had curled up on the end from being from being kind of cut. He kind of done this. It was like one of those bibs kids have. I've kicked the fucking mic again. Willis, I guess vaginas. There you go. Test the mic with the vaginas. Yeah, but it was fucking shit. It was awful, and I had to do that. And then she said, "Right, you need to go over to woodwork." And I went, "Okay." And in the middle, I took my tie off and put it in my pocket. I was like, "Fuck that off." And I got to my class and got to the woodwork, and the teacher went, "Where's your tie?" I said, here it is. And I got my normal tie out. And he went, no, 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 no. The teacher rang ahead. Where's your special tie? Where's your fucking Sonic tie? And he made me wear it. I looked fucking simple. And there was actually a photo taken in Woodwork of me sat there smiling with this fucking curly fucking tie going, that's a fucking stupid, goofy fucking face going, oh, die. Oh, it's a fucking idiot. But yeah, that's a true story. And oh my god. Oh, the tie. I wish I still had it. I don't have it anymore. Guys, thank you very much for joining me on this video. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. I think we went through the games and had a good time. If you have any questions or any queries in regards to the last video and some of the bits I'd said, please let me know. But until the next video, which will be tomorrow, I wish you all a farewell. And remember, if a man comes bearing gifts, fucking take him. I swear to God, fucking, there's credit crunch going on. Fuck that. Jesus Christ. I had a guy coming round selling fucking pound for an act for Lynx body spray. I had about 7. I don't give a shit if it's come from Boots. Fuck it. See you later, guys. See you in the next video. Goodbye.